Very strange guy, very interesting background. So, first and foremost, the most notable thing about Blinken probably is that he had two fathers, not because his parents were gay, but because his parents got divorced. So, his father and stepfather, both very powerful, influential people in different ways. So his father, Donald Blinken, was a co-founder of the private equity firm called Warburg Pincus. Warburg, as in the massive banking family Warburg that was part of the Federal Reserve Group that started the Federal Reserve at Jekyll Island. In the first address of this Warburg Pincus group was at a former Kuhn and Loeb building, and Kuhn and Loeb was a front group for the Rothschilds. As of April 2024, the firm had over $90 billion in assets under management. In June 2024, Warburg Pincus was ranked 9th in Private Equity International's ranking of the largest private equity firms in the world. And the current CEO of Warburg Pincus is Tim Geithner. Yes, former Federal Reserve president of the New York Fed during the 2008 financial crisis. That's weird. If you ever saw the movie Too Big to Fail, he's one of the key players in pushing for the TARP program, the bailout. Blinken's father was also the chairman of the board of the State of University of New York from 1978 to 1990. Served as an ambassador to Hungary for the United States from 1994 to 1997, the same time that Blinken was serving under Bill Clinton. Blinken's grandfather, Maurice Blinken, was an early backer of Israel and founded the American Palestine Institute, which helped persuade the United States to back the creation of Israel. And his great-grandparents fled from Russia pogroms. Blinken's uncle, Alan Blinken, served as the U.S. ambassador to Belgium. So a lot of connections. His stepfather's parents were murdered in the Holocaust along with the rest of his family. He was one of 900, the only one out of 900 children at his Polish school to survive the Holocaust. He spent a year and a half in the American occupation zone in Germany engaging in black marketeering with fellow survivors. Eventually got out of there, was able to go to Harvard and get a law degree. 1950, he worked for the UN in New York and Paris. In 1960, became a member of JFK's Economic Task Force and Foreign Policy Task Force. Also an advisor to the State Department and House committees. His legal clients included a ton of weird people. So he was like the number one advisor and lawyer for Robert Maxwell. Yes, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. Anthony Blinken's stepfather was the number one advisor / legal counsel to Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. And the story goes that Bashar was the last person to speak to Maxwell, who maintained links to British MI6, Soviet KGB, and the Israeli Mossad before he fell off a boat and died. And he often wrote about having a anger or a grudge or disdain towards God. If you want the full breakdown of Anthony Blinken, check out the Forbidden Book Society. Link below.